Have you ever felt that sinking feeling in your gut when you check your bank account? Like all your hard work, all your effort is slipping through your fingers, and you don't know how to stop it? I get it. You want change, you want peace, but it feels like money always has the upper hand. What if I told you the Bible holds the key to turning that around? Today you're going to discover how to manage your finances with biblical wisdom. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about freedom, peace, and living with purpose. We'll dive into Proverbs 21:5, which says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you a practical, step-by-step plan to align your money with your faith. And yes, it will change how you see your finances forever. Why doesn't anyone talk about this? We live in a culture obsessed with spending. We're bombarded with messages. Buy now, pay later. But deep down, that doesn't bring peace. As a Christian, have you ever felt the weight of trying to balance your finances with your faith? Maybe you've even wondered, how can I honor God with my money when I can barely pay my bills? That's the problem we're tackling today. And let's be real, why is this topic so ignored, even in churches? Talking about money often feels less spiritual. But God cares about every detail of your life, including your bank account. Today we'll break this down and map out a clear path, grounded in Scripture. Let's start by understanding why so many people, even Christians, fall into financial traps. Our culture trains us to want everything now. We spend without thinking, rack up debt, and live paycheck to paycheck. Studies show 78% of Americans live this way, with no savings. And here's the worst part, it's not just about money. It's about your peace, your mental health, your faith. When you're financially trapped, it's harder to hear God's voice. What causes this? First, a lack of planning. Proverbs 21:5 warned us, "Without diligent plans, you're headed for poverty." Most of us were never taught to plan. School didn't teach us budgeting. At home, maybe your parents avoided the topic, and in church, the focus is often just on tithing, as if the rest of your finances don't matter. But God calls us to be faithful stewards of everything He gives us. Let's look at 3 common traps: impulse buying, unnecessary debt, and the myth that more money solves everything. Let me tell you about Anna. Anna's a Christian, goes to church, loves God, but at 25 she was drowning in debt. She spent every penny on clothes, dining out, and that daily latte. Sound familiar? Anna thought she was living in the moment. But then, a collection notice arrived she couldn't pay. It was rock bottom. She felt like a failure, like she'd let God down and herself. How many of you have felt that? Is this really the way? Or are we just following the crowd? But it's not just Anna. Another trap is comparison. We're always looking at what others have, spending money we don't have to impress people we don't know. And the result? Anxiety, stress, sleepless nights. Hebrews 13:5 warns us. Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have. But how do you do that when everything around you screams the opposite? Meet Mark. He's a family man, a church leader, but his finances were a mess. He thought earning more was the answer. So he took a second job, sacrificing family time. But the extra cash just fueled more spending, because he had no plan. His breaking point came when his daughter asked, "Dad, why are you never here?" That's when he realized, it wasn't about more money, but managing what he already had. Have you ever felt this way? Trapped, chasing something that doesn't fix the problem? Let's change that now. Here's the solution. A financial plan rooted in biblical wisdom. It's not complicated, and you can start today. First, understand that your money isn't just yours, it's a resource God entrusted to you. The Bible calls this stewardship. We're going to build a simple budget, inspired by Proverbs 21:5, that gives you freedom and purpose. And we'll break down each step with practical examples, so you can apply it right now. Step 1, start with tithing. Malachi 3:10 promises blessings for those who honor God first. Set aside 10% of your income for your church or causes that glorify God. For example, if you earn $3,000 a month, set aside $300 first. Step 2, cover your essentials. Housing, food, transportation, utilities. Use the 50-30-20 rule, 50% of your income for necessities. For $3,000, that's $1,500. Step 3, build an emergency fund. Even if it's $50 a month, start now. Joseph in Egypt saved grain for tough times. A $1,000 fund can protect you from unexpected expenses. Step 4. Pay off debt. Start with the smallest debts using the snowball method. For example, pay off a $500 credit card before tackling a $5,000 loan. Step 5. Invest in your future. But do it wisely. Choose ethical investments that align with your Christian values. Remember Anna? She started following this plan. In a year, she paid off 2 debts, built a $2,000 emergency fund, and for the first time, felt peace. She stopped comparing her life to others and started living the purpose God set for her. And Mark? He cut back on overtime, made a budget with his wife, and reclaimed family time. Today he says, true prosperity is peace, not more money. But let's go deeper. Managing your finances with biblical wisdom isn't just about numbers. It's about trusting God. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." That means prioritizing faith, but also acting responsibly. Here's an example. Spend 10 minutes a week reviewing your budget. Pray first, ask for wisdom, and avoid traps like unchecked credit cards or impulse buys. Here's the truth. Managing your money with biblical wisdom isn't about getting rich. It's about living with purpose, honoring God, and finding peace. Proverbs 21:5 reminds us, diligent plans lead to profit. So start today. Grab a notebook, a pen, and make your budget. Because true wealth is living the life God dreamed for you. And if you stumble, get up and try again. God is with you every step of the way. If this video touched you, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what's the biggest obstacle in your finances today? Let's talk about it. And if you think someone needs to hear this, share it. Because biblical wisdom can transform lives.